and pop culture collide. Woo! All right. Hey, audience, you ready to play?
Yeah!
Welcome our 3 contestants.
Welcome!
I think they like you. Good to have you on the show. Glad you're here. All right, time to pass out the screws. Here you go, 1 screw for each of you. All right, hey, audience, what do you do when your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question? You got it. Screw them. Buzz in and hit the S key. It forces your opponent to answer that question. You got it? You guys ready to fly? It's time for blast off. Category player 2. Let's do it.
It's number 1.
Here's the category. Yanni dead at the Acropolis. Okay, shouldn't be too tough. This question's going to be worth $1,000. Okay, hang tight. Put your fingers on your buzzers. Here's the question. Say you were to wire a bomb to New Age musician Yanni's keyboard. If he wants to defuse the bomb as quickly as possible, at what tempo should Yanni work? Alfredo, al dente, adagio, or allegro? Go for it, player 2. Well, a slow tempo like adagio would probably help Yanni project to the back row. Go for it, player 1. Alfredo, not unless he's going to defuse the bomb with a creamy white sauce. Go for it, player 3. Yeah, I think Yanni would want to work quickly, so he'd probably choose a nice upbeat allegro pace. Let's just hope he knows his explosives.
No, Yanni, the blue wire!
Player 3, select the category.
Whoop-de-doo! It's question number 2.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Rocky, part 18. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. All right, get ready. I want you to imagine this film scenario. Let's say in the next Rocky movie, our hero is incapacitated by a John Collins. What is it exactly that does him in? A roundhouse right, poison leaves, bourbon, or bacteria? Player 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner. Bourbon. Perhaps you know John's brothers, Tom, Vodka, and Rum. What do you say, player 2?
Question 3.
The name of this category is All the Way from A to Z. Okay, this one might be a toughie. It's worth $3,000. Hang on tight, because here we go. Approximately how many years has it been since one could walk across a single landmass from the current location of Arkansas to present-day Zimbabwe? 500,000, 200 million, 70 billion, or 1 trillion? Go for it, player 2. It's been 200 million years since the Earth was one big happy continent. Unfortunately, the continent split just days after the Arkansas-Zimbabwe Railroad was completed. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, player 2.
4.
The category behind this question is chronology and motion sickness. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Imagine you and a friend are paddling a canoe on an exciting whitewater river trip. A big rock is directly ahead at 12 o'clock and a fallen tree at 10 o'clock. Suddenly your friend vomits all over his shirt. If you're in the bow and he's in the stern, where is the vomit in relation to you? 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 7:45? Player 3, take it. The bow's in the front facing 12 o'clock, so your friend and his shirt are in the stern at 6 o'clock. And for your sake, I hope there's a strong headwind because the stench of vomit doesn't care what time it is. Player 3, pick a category for me.
Question 5.
Next up, the Mississippi and Pooh sticks. The amount on the table is $3,000. All right, now listen carefully. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet each toss a stick into the Mississippi to see which races downstream first. If the Mississippi flowed in the same direction as the Nile, where would their sticks end up? In New Jersey, in Minnesota, in the Pacific Ocean, or in the Gulf of Mexico? Player 1, go nuts. Minnesota. Unlike the Mississippi, the Nile flows from south to north. Player one, it's up to you. What are we doing? Uh-oh. Chestnut Slick Crime Store.
It's time for a
Flicker Pitch No Scope.
Here's your gibberish category. Still life with snack cake. Opening value on this gibberish question, $5,000. Okay, now remember, you don't have all the time in the world here. The less time you take, the more money you make. Short one, but a tough one. Ready? What does this rhyme with? Steal a part o' a Twinkie. First hint, he's a painter. It's all yours, player two. Okay, and right over here we have The Last Supper, done in the late 1400s by the master painter Steal a part o' a Twinkie. Nice job. Apparently you know your Renaissance artists and your junk food. Player two, pick one.
9, 7, 7.
This one's going to be spandex and pipe dreams. This question's going to be worth $2,001 bills. Okay, get your fingers ready. Let's get busy. The cats and cats do a lot of singing about going up, up, up to the heaviside layer. Where the hell is that? Andrew Lloyd Webber's wallet, the plane of heroes in Celtic mythology, the Earth's upper atmosphere, or the wealthiest shopping district of London? Player two, what do you say? Right, they get to go up there for inventing the catapult. Get it? Well, you're wrong anyway. Go for it, player one. They're going out to the ionosphere in the Earth's upper atmosphere. Apparently, you can't swing a dead cat up there without hitting a, dead cat. Player one, pick one.
Yeah, man, come along to question it.
The category is History and Hairy Palms. And it looks like you can win 1,000 greenbacks for this one. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Which of the following is a 19th century slang term for masturbation? Portuguese pump, French letter, Spanish pox, or English vice? You gotta answer it, player two. No, a French letter would be a condom.
You know, I'm always so happy to get a letter from Pierre, but I wish they weren't always so sticky.
Player one, player three, who's grabbing it? Player one, go nuts. Spanish pox was the 19th century slang term for syphilis. Apparently, if you get too much Spanish fly, you start lowering your standards. Player three, masturbation was called the Portuguese pump. You got it. Give yourself a hand. Okay, we need a category from player three.
Whoa, what's your sign? It's number 9.
The category, Scooby-Doo and vitamins. And we are talking $1,000 for this question. Okay, listen carefully. Let's say the popular cartoon star in Scooby-Doo introduces a new character, a cousin of Scooby's with a vitamin C deficiency. Tell me, what's the best name for this new character with the vitamin C deficiency? Scummy-Doo, Rickety-Doo, Deficiency-Doo, or Scurvy-Doo? Go for it, player one. Deficiency-Doo makes my hair so manageable. Go for it, player two. Scummy-Doo. Isn't that kind of redundant? Hey, you three. Nice guessing. The correct answer is Scurvy-Doo. And if he cures himself the way British sailors did, he'll be Limey-Doo. Player one, give me a category.
Yo, have you been with nasty number 10?
The name of this category is There's a Fungus Among Us. Right here, $1,000 for a right answer. Don't you hate it when you get that itching between your toes? At any rate, here's the question. Which is not a type of mushroom? Berry ring, crapula, shiitake, or psilocybe? Player three, take it. Full name is Psilocybe mexicana, and it's one of them funny mushrooms. Player 2, what do you... I think not. Player 1, Crapulous. I think he's the guy who cleaned the toilets at the Roman Coliseum. We've got 10 questions down, and for 10 more, we're going on to round 2. Taking out some screws here. Looks like we can get a bunch of bolts. Okay, now here we go. We got one for everybody. Now, we are one round away from the Jack Attack, and all the questions in this round are going to be worth more than a round 1. So pay attention, and let's do it. Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
And now, 11.
Here's the category. Butlers and building materials. I'll pay you $4,000 bills for this one if you get it right. Okay, put your fingers on your buzzers. Imagine this. On a hilarious new episode of Mr. Belvedere, the kids get out the tools and make a Belvedere out of him. What does Mr. Belvedere become? He'd be a cute little structure with a panoramic view. Hey, I think that's the first time the words cute and little have been used to describe Mr. Belvedere. Let's have a category, Player 2.
Well, let's delve into question 12.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. When carnival workers go bad. And this one shouldn't be too tough. 4K for this one. Okay, for this one, imagine that you work at a carnival selling cotton candy. If you wanted to play a practical joke on someone, what could you wrap around a stick that would be excruciatingly painful to swallow, yet have the look and feel of real cotton candy? Gore-Tex foam, an ostrich feather duster, unfaced wall insulation, or goose down? The screws in your court, Player 2. Spicy. Player 1, Player 3, who's taking it? Player 1, unfaced wall insulation.
Mom, can I have some Owens Corning fiberglass candy?
Player 1, pick one.
Black cat, heart attack, do you nightmare when you dream? Are you feeling lucky? It's number 13.
The category behind this question is our favorite reruns. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, listen carefully. I want you to complete this sequence. T. Shirley Soda Shop, horn-rimmed glasses, rerun, Lionel, Roger, different strokes, or Dwight. Player 2, what do you say? Raj. The horn-rimmed hero of TV sitcom What's Happening? Category, Player 2, let's do it.
14.
The category is seasick thoughts, and if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. There's evidence that during his 3rd voyage, Christopher Columbus began to doubt that the Earth was actually spherical. Instead, he made a note in his log comparing its shape to what? Actually, he said it was pear-shaped with a nipple rising up on one side like a woman's breast. Is anyone else turned on right now? Player 3, pick a category for me.
Here's question 15.
The category, Wonder Woman and ego fulfillment. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. All right, listen up. Wonder Woman is a finalist in the Miss America pageant. Needless to say, she dominated the swimsuit competition. For the Miss America Talent Contest, what could Wonder Woman do that would be both unique and within her abilities? Levitate in midair for 5 minutes, transform herself into Miss South Dakota, deflect bullets with her wrists, or sing an aria from Carmen. Go for it, Player 2. Deflect bullets with her wrists. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman has some of the best wrist action in television history. Okay, we need a category. Your pick, Player 2.
Question number 16. And I like it too.
Next up, Famous Richards. It's gonna be worth $4,000. Okay, put your finger on your buzzer and imagine this. On a lost episode of the TV show The Wonder Years, Kevin recounts the time he and Paul had spotted dick. To what is he referring? A venereal disease, a puzzle, a pudding, or voyeurism? Player 3, take it. Beauty. It's a British pudding. It's made of fat and dried grapes or currants. Okay, a little tip for you travelers going to England. Don't forget to pack your own food. Player 3, select a category. Uh-oh. West Truck licks 9 more.
Once again, it's time for a
Snickerclish Restaurant.
This gibberish questions category is unusual sexual demands and a guy named Matt. The opening value for this gibberish question is going to be $10,000. Okay, now remember, the faster you solve this puzzle, the more money you win. Okay, get yourself ready. Here comes the puzzle. What does this rhyme with? Pump me, grumpy Matt Von Bacall. And don't let the punctuation throw you off. Hit 1, it's from a nursery rhyme. A nursery rhyme about a... Player 2, go for it. Type it in.
Pump me grumpy, Matt Bombacall.
You know, my question is, what's he doing in such a precarious spot in the first place? He's an egg, for God's sake. What do you say, Player 2? How about it?
Song 218.
This one's gonna be, if they could see me now, they'd be squid. And this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. Imagine that Kathy Lee Gifford, spokeswoman for Carnival Cruise Lines, wants to try out a new cruise line. What itinerary could she expect for a voyage on Wagner's The Flying Dutchman? Sailing to Denmark by way of Holland, sailing forever until she's freed by love, going on an ill-fated 3-hour tour, or going straight to hell? Go for it, Player 1. She could be sailing for a very long time. The captain of the Flying Dutchman was doomed to sail endlessly until he was redeemed by the love of a woman. Could Kathy Lee be that woman? Player 1, give me a category. The name of this category is Get Smart and Phalanges. You get this question right, you pocket $6,000. Get ready to buzz, cause here it comes. Max is kidnapped by chaos agents who break one of his digits every day for a fortnight. At the end, how many unbroken digits does he have left? 3, 6, 13, or 86? Player 1, go nuts. If you never thought 13 was unlucky, think again. Player 2, Player 3, who wants it? Max has 20 fingers and toes, or digits, and a fortnight is 2 weeks, so 20 digits minus 14 days is 6. Did you get that? Player 1, it's up to you. What are we doing?
question number 20.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Where Urkel meets Blossom. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. The innermost circle of hell in Dante's Inferno is inhabited by whom? The fraudulent, the violent, heretics, or traitors? Player 2, do you get angry and throw things when you're wrong? Let's find out. Player 1, go for it, Player 1. You know, the road to a negative score is paved with good intentions. I'm sure you meant well. Go for it, Player 3. It's reserved for traitors. And the makers of Family Matters and Blossom. Player 3, pick a category for me. Enter the attack. If you see two words together and they form a match, buzz in. $2,000 will be yours if you're right, but each time you're wrong, $2,000 shall be taken away. But be not fooled.
Remember the
It won't be a match unless it fits this clue. Who's in charge here? Lock that into your head. Now let's see how well you take charge of this. Well, your victory isn't much to do backflips over, but I will say this. You don't know Jack.